So the next command, which is also a very important command, and it lies inside the OS module, that is related to the renaming of files and directories. I found this command very important because by using the same command I can rename many files in my data set, and that can be very handy in handling many available data sets, or by collecting your own data and making a database from it. So what is the syntax of that command? Let me have a file, let me have a path, and that path is os.get current working directory. Okay, so that is the directory here. So if I print it, so basically that is the directory, and inside practice2 I have different folders which I can see here that. Okay, so these are different folders. So let me change the name of this first text file as the fifth. Okay, so how can I rename it? So the only function for this is basically os.rename, and in writing it, first of all I have to write the name of my path. Okay, so that is the name. And what is the name of a file? The file is first.txt, and I have to give it a name of fifth.txt. okay, so when I will run it, it is basically running without an error, and when I will go there, I will see that the file which was previously named as first has been renamed as fifth. Okay, so that is basically the difference here, for which we have used this command. Okay, similarly we can rename many files here. For example, we have a file of name assessment.png here. We can also rename it, and so on. So what is the deployability and employability of this command? So in order to deploy it, let me have a data set here, and that data set is, let's say, this one. These are my images inside this folder, and I want to rename them like 1 2 3 4 5. These are all the images files, and the extension of these images are JPG. So if I want to rename them like 1 2 3 4 5, what will I do? First of all, I have to move inside the directory. Okay, so for moving inside the directory, I have different commands. Let me introduce another command here, and that command here is basically the, let me call it os.path.join command. Okay, this is also a very important command. And what is the use of this command? Like here we can see that we have joined these two folders by using this plus sign, but it is not very handy all the time. So let us create another folder here and call it file and files. And the files, what is the command which we can have here? That is os.path.join. okay, in joining them, I have to join the path with what? With my folder here, which is practice2. okay, so that is my folder here, which and the same command I previously used here by using this plus sign. So here this practice2. okay, so now when I will run it, I can see here that what are the files inside the file. The same folder has been created like this one. So this os.path.join, this is also very important command, and can be used and deployed in many applications instead of just writing plus sign here. okay, so now as I have moved inside my practice2 folder, what I can do, I have to iterate through all the files inside this folder, and all these files are basically these images of JPG extension. okay, so now let me move inside of it. Let me first initialize a variable which is called count, and for I in os.listdir and what is the listdir? So os.chdir, and I am going to make this files as my current working directory. Okay, so inside this directory I have to list all the items. Okay, so by writing all the items I have to rename them. os.rename these folders, these files are basically I, and what I have to give them a name, I have to give them count as a name. Okay, count plus, and what is the extension? The extension is now jpg. Okay, so and after it I have to increase the count here. So you can see here that I have basically I have written a command by using which I can rename all the files inside the folder. So when I will run it, it basically is not running. Why is it not running? Because I can see here that there are some issues here, and what are those issues? The first here is this command is not basically recognized by my command prompt. Similarly, the second thing here is that this count is a variable. So now when I will run it, I will see that here it will give me some error that the count is an integer and it cannot be combined with the jpg, which is of string data type. So I have to convert it first into the string. Okay, so now when I will run it, I will see that it has been run without any error. So now let me move towards my file here, and I can clearly see here that the names of the files has been written as the integers. Okay, similarly you can also name them by using anything here, like let me name them image 1 2 3. Okay, so when I will run it here, okay, when I have run it here, I will clearly see here that all the images now has been written as image 1 2 3 4 5. So these are basically 167 images. So if you have million or billion of images, you can use the same command here, and you will see that in the matter of seconds the name of all those commands has been changed, or name of all those images has been changed. So that's it for today, and I think it will be of very helpful for you. So thank you so much, and I will see you again.